President Trump has been speaking to U.S. media about the state of the talks with Iran. Let's go live to our chief U.S. correspondent, Alan Fisher, who's at the White House. So President Trump giving interviews in the last few hours. What more can you tell us about what we've learned from what he's had to say?
Well, none of these interviews are on camera, but Donald Trump has been saying that he hasn't heard any confirmation that the Iranians are no longer going to continue negotiations with the United States side. Of course, that has been reported by the semi-official agency in Iran. What he did say is he thinks they have been talking too much, and a period of silence might not be a bad thing. He's also said, just in the last few minutes, that he doesn't care if negotiations with Iran are over, and also he doesn't worry about the cost of oil. Now, what is interesting is since these reports started circulating, the futures prices of oil has soared dramatically, up over the $100 mark. It was less than that when the markets opened on Monday. And at least one CEO has said that there is the possibility that because of the lack of stock that they have, that the price of oil may go as high as $150, $160 a barrel. That would obviously have huge economic implications. Now, it's been reported by an Israeli TV channel that Donald Trump has been in a telephone conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu in the last hour. No confirmation from the White House side on that. But what we do know is that this isn't just a negotiation between the United States and the Iranians. We saw that a few weeks ago when Donald Trump said he was an hour away from ordering the restart of the war with Iran, but it was the intervention of the GCC nations, the Gulf Cooperation Council nations, that actually urged him to continue with negotiation. So there may be a breakdown at the moment in negotiations. Of course, there have been incidents between the United States and Iran militarily in the last week or so, and so we're in a state of hold to a degree, as we have been over the last couple of weeks, that we don't know whether negotiations are going forward, and we don't know whether Donald Trump is about to restart the war. But what he said, just to recap, in the last hour, that he thinks they have been talking too much, and a period of silence with the Iranians might not be a bad thing.
Okay, thank you for that. Our chief U.S. correspondent, Alan Fisher, there at the White House.